Welcome to this video. This is just to accompany my other video with improper integration. This one is a little bit more of a simple method to do things. Your professor or teacher may not like this method, but it works, and for a lot of people it's simpler. So if it's useful, great. If not, go to the other video where I explain the way that your teacher would like. Let's deal with the exact same problem as before. In the other video, this is going to be 1 to infinity of dx over x to the 5th power. What we're going to do is just integrate normally. So from 1 to infinity, I'm going to reduce this to 1 over x to the 5th, and then say x to the negative 5 to bring it into the numerator, dx, and as I integrate, I'm going to get x to the negative 4 over negative 4 from 1 to infinity. And from this point, I plug in my limits of integration. Infinity to the negative 4th power divided by negative 4 minus 1 to the negative 4th power divided by negative 4. And I'm going to put this in the denominator at least, to get 1 over negative 4 times infinity to the 4th power. That's 1 over a huge number and 1 over a huge number, or at least 1 over a negative huge number, cancels out to 0, and then it's minus a negative 1/4, and that equals 1/4. So that should be a much simpler way to do things. If I was a liberal arts major, I would say a much more simple way to do things. Now I can go ahead and try our second problem with that easier method as well. Maybe we'll be able to see if it's actually easier or not. Let's go from 2 to infinity of dx divided by 3 plus x cubed. And integrating as usual, I'll simplify this to 3 plus x to the negative 3 dx u equals 3 plus x du equals 1 dx. From 2 to infinity, I have u to the negative 3 du, and that will simplify to u to the negative 2 over negative 2 from 2 to infinity. Coming up here, I will resubstitute my u value and say 3 plus x. That should be a 3. 3 plus x to the negative 2 divided by negative 2 from 2 to infinity. And at this point, I'll go ahead and substitute my limits of integration back in and say 3 plus infinity to the negative 2 divided by negative 2 minus 3 plus 2 to the negative 2 divided by negative 2. And I'll move our numerators into the denominator to simplify things. 1 over negative 2 times 3 plus infinity squared minus, that should be a 1 over negative 2 times 3 plus 2 squared. 1 over a very large number, or a very large negative number, is going to be 0 minus negative 1 over negative 2 times, that should be a 25, and that's going to be 0 plus 1 over 50, which will equal 1 over 50. Same answer. It is probably more simple to do it this way, but do whatever your math teacher wants you to do, and you can find the other method here. And you can find a list of all my tutorials here. If this video was helpful, please subscribe. That's the best way to help me out, and I'll see you next time.